Hello, my name is Arelis Mendoza, and I hope all of you are fine. Um, in this video, I'm going to talk about different strategies to teach simple, complex, and compound sentences. And I'm going to explain each of them. Let's start with simple sentences. Here, the strategy is stories or anecdotes. So the first step here is choose at random students. Then each each of them from their seat will say a fun anecdote or story, and the rest of the class must pay attention to the simple sentences that their partner mentions and must write them on the board. Here, each student will have a marker. The student who writes as many simple sentences will be the winner, and a prize will be awarded. Here we have some simple sentences. Complex sentences. Here we are going to work with question marks. With the five question marks that are who, what, when, where, and why, and are ideal for helping children to remember how a sentence can be stretched. For example, who, my little dog, is doing what? My little dog eats biscuits. When at lunchtime my little dog eats biscuits. Where at lunchtime my little dog eats biscuits in the kitchen. Why at lunchtime my little dog eats biscuits in the kitchen because they are yummy. The five question marks can be turned into a memory game with five participants. Each can represent one of the question marks, perhaps by holding a piece of card with the word written on. If it will help to remind them of their place. One child is the who and choose the subject of the sentence. Another child is the what and adds the action of the sentence. Eventually, the why will need to remember the four parts of the sentence which precede and not their ending. So we have here examples. And the last, compound sentences. Here we are going to use index cards. Index cards. The step here is give each student three index cards, then divide the classroom in two teams or two groups, and tell each student to write one simple sentence on each card. Remind them that a simple sentence has a subject, a verb, and must express a complete thought. Write each of the seven coordinating conjunctions on index cards and invite one person from each team to the front of the classroom. Then find out the seven coordinating conjunctions card you wrote in your hand so that the students can see what is on them, and allow each student to choose one. Each student then runs back to their routine and tries to make as many compound sentences as they can by combining the simple sentences their teams wrote and the coordinated conjunctions card they choose. After 1 minute, have students read their sentences aloud and give 1 point for each correctly formed compound sentence. You can repeat this process as many times as necessary. And the team who create the most compound sentences correctly wins. So we have here examples. And this is the example of complex sentences. So that is all. Um, these activities are focused to work with children or teenagers, because when we are working with this kind of students, we need or we have to try to catch their attention, because grammar sometimes for them is so boring, and it's different when we are working with adult people, because they are more interested in learning than children or teenagers. That is why I decided to work with this type of strategies, uh, because we have to look for a fun way to work with children. So that is all. Thank you. Bye.